What's up YouTube, I'm Otaku Gains and welcome to Season 1 or Training Like an Anime Character, where we look at different characters from anime and manga and we either try and build a workout regime around that character or based on that character, or we take a workout or a training arc from an anime or manga and try and bring it to real life. I'll be making vlogs of the training arcs to keep you up to date on my progress, letting you know what my thoughts are, and of course, showing you the results at the end. As you can probably tell by now, for Season 1 we'll be looking at training like Goku, with this episode 1 being the introduction, episode 2 to 8 being the first week of the vlog, and there'll be other videos in between now and the results video based around Goku and based around Dragon Ball in general, all of which I'm hoping you guys will enjoy. So, for this particular training arc, we won't be taking a specific workout from the story, but instead I'll be creating my own, taking components from Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super to create a comprehensive regime with the core aspects of what we'd see from Goku's training, trying to keep it as realistic as possible while still keeping the excitement from anime training. Now, Son Goku, created by Akira Toriyama, is probably one of the most recognizable anime protagonists in history, dominating the game since 1984, and I think for me, one of the biggest draws of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, watching it as a kid, was watching him work to train to be the strongest under the heavens and actually seeing the fruits of those training as well. And I'm sure a lot of you feel similar, and for me, even as an adult, I feel like it's had a big impact on my mindset and the way that I train. But what is intrinsic to Goku's training? Now, I can't lie, I spent most of my free time this past month rereading Dragon Ball and catching up on Dragon Ball Super, and I can say when it comes to Goku's training, there's probably 4 key features that are consistent throughout the story. Number 1, weighted clothing and gravity training. We see this as far back as Dragon Ball when Goku was training with Krillin and Master Roshi, and Master Roshi had them put on the turtle shells and they were incredibly heavy, and the results they got from that. We see this again when he's training with Kami and he's got the weighted vest, the weighted ankle weights, and of course on his wrists as well. We see this when he goes and trains on King Kai's planet and he's training under 10 times gravity, the gravity chamber, and many other instances. Even in Dragon Ball Super, they've got those super heavy weighted suits that they're using to fight on Whis' planet. There's just so many instances and it feels like it's intrinsic to Goku's training and probably contributes a lot to his strength, his speed, agility, endurance, durability, and muscle control as well. Yeah, because being able to move that freely under those kind of conditions must be crazy. And I feel like some kind of version of this needs to be included in a training program for Goku. Obviously we can't actually train under gravity because it would kill us, we're human, we're not Saiyans, but you know what I mean, there's still weighted clothing and other options as well that I'll get into later. Number 2 has to be martial arts. Goku's a Saiyan and they're pretty much bred for combat. He's been training as a young boy, first under Grandpa Gohan and then under Master Roshi, under the Kame-style martial arts, and he's had plenty of teachers throughout his life as well. He's been pretty much training his whole life. He was considered a master from when he was 12, which is incredible, and he's always honing his skills trying to get better. It just, for me, had to be incorporated into this workout regime. Number 3, his mindset. So for me, Goku is a happy-go-lucky guy. He does have his serious moments, but he usually takes the world pretty easily. While I can't necessarily say he's got the healthiest mindset when it comes to working out and training, he is slightly healthier than other characters in the story. For example, he does know when it's time to rest and take it easy, and then he knows when to train hard as well. So we are going to try and incorporate that as well. Number 4, and kind of a no-brainer, is food. Now Goku as a Saiyan intakes ridiculous amounts of calories, ridiculous amounts of food, and is pretty much a bottomless pit. And I feel like this needed to be incorporated into this workout regime also. Obviously he takes in that amount of food so he can train all day and fuel his body. So when it comes to this workout regime, we kind of need to take the same kind of stance. It also helps that I am a lover of food as well, so I am so ready for this. So in essence, we're going to be training all day and eating all day, which is very Goku. So with that in mind, this is how the training arc is going to go. The setup will be 1 cycle equals 6 days of training and 3 days of rest. And I'm aiming to complete 4 cycles. The 6 days of training will be set up as a strength training regime following a push-pull legs, push-pull leg cycle, focusing on heavy weightlifting of 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 4 reps of my 70% to 80% 1 rep max. Wow, that was a mouthful. With rest periods of around 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how heavy you go, allowing your body to recover sufficiently for the next set. The strength training will also incorporate weighted bodyweight exercises, unilateral exercises, and isometric training, all to kind of simulate the same kind of vibe that I feel like you get from gravity training. That's where my rationale's at. So that's the morning training. In the evenings, I'll be focusing more on martial arts. Specifically for me, that'll be Muay Thai, which I've been doing for about 1.5 years on and off. I'm definitely not a master, so this would be great for me in terms of improving my skill and actually allocating time to actually work on improving my techniques through different kind of drills and various training related to Muay Thai. While the morning workouts will be about 1.5 hours on average, the evening workouts will range between 30 minutes and an hour, and the evening workouts will also range between high and mid intensity, depending on what workouts I'm doing. And I'm putting a gap of 8 hours between my first and second workouts of the day, absolute minimum 6 hours, because your body needs ample time to recover, rest, and improve. Otherwise, you're going to go into a state of overtraining. Now, that covers the training all day part of the regime. Let's talk about the eating all day part. So, on my training days, I'm going to be aiming for 4,000 plus calories a day, based around or partially based on the results I got from a calorie calculator app, incorporating my weight, my training intensity, and my goals, because realistically, we're going to need a lot of food to fuel these workouts. If we're going to be doing 12 workouts in the space of 6 days, we're going to need a lot of food to ensure that we don't go into overtraining, which is definitely not what we're looking for. And bear in mind, this is 4,000 plus calories clean, or at least 80 to 90% clean, which is going to be my aim. And because of the way that this workout is set up and the amount of calories I'm going to be intaking, it's going to result in a bulk, definitely. There's no way that I'm going to be burning more than 4,000 plus calories every day. The amount of food is to ensure that I can keep doing the workouts and keep doing it consistently at the level that I need to do it at until the rest day. If you're someone that's thinking about trying this workout regime, or you are trying this workout regime, you may want to amend the calories to reflect your own weight. As a reference, I'm about 97 kg at the moment, so do with that what you will. In terms of my macros, my split is going to be carbohydrates 40 to 50%, protein 20 to 30%, and fats 20 to 30%, which is roughly what matches the macros for most strength training workouts. I've added a little bit more carbohydrates because I'm going to be doing more workouts in the day, but it's around the same. And of course, we cannot forget the vegetables. Have as much vegetables as you can for fiber, for vitamins, minerals, get those in. Most green vegetables and stuff like that, the calories are going to be negligible anyway, so get as many as you can. I've said this already, I'm someone that loves food, so I'm going to be very much looking forward to this. And in terms of my rest days, I'm probably going to be eating pretty much normally how I would usually eat, still be eating clean, but a lot less calories because I'm not expending as much energy. Before we continue on with this video, I do want to give you guys a few disclaimers if you're thinking of trying out this regime. Number one, please do your own research on this. So don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of research and I put in a lot of effort to create this regime, but at the end of the day, I'm just a guy on the internet. You don't know me from Adam. Please do not take my words as gospel. Please make sure whatever videos I make, and I say this for anybody that you're watching when it comes to training or exercise, doesn't matter how many letters they have after their name, doesn't matter who they are, please do your own research. Best case scenario, you discover more about the body, you learn more about training, and you improve your own knowledge base. Worst case scenario, you find out everything I'm saying or everything someone else is saying that you happen to be watching is completely wrong, and you end up avoiding taking bad advice. It's just good practice, so please do your own research on everything that you see. Because this is such an advanced training regime as well, I'd advise speaking to your medical practitioner or a GP, especially if you've got any underlying health conditions which may affect this as well. Please do that. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. We're trying to break our limits, not our bodies. Please, guys. Number two, like I said, this is a very advanced workout regime, so I'd say I wouldn't go straight into this if you're not used to working out twice a day, or you're not used to working out once a day, 6 times a week. I would say there are ways that you can work your way up to this. For example, you can split the regime in 2. You could do 3 days on, then 1 day off, then 3 days on, then 2 days off. Or you could start off with just doing the strength training in the morning first and leave out the martial arts in the evening and build your way up, start incorporating it in slowly. There's loads of different variations of how you could build your way up. You're gonna know your own abilities better than myself, so please take it carefully, build your way up slowly. Like I said, we're trying to break our limits, not our bodies. Number 3, which kind of links into the first 2, please don't go too hard. Kind of find out what your limits are. If you can go with a training partner, go with a training partner so they can spot you. It's just so much safer, and you've got more free time to actually try and test out your limits rather than injuring yourself because you go too heavy and you don't have someone to help you out. I don't know why I just did this, but this was me mimicking spotting or mimicking bench. I don't even know what I'm doing, forget that. Number 4, food is essential for this workout. Please do not try and do a calorific deficit or cutting or whatever and do this training regime. It will not work. You'll go into a state of overtraining and you're gonna ruin all your results. You're probably gonna be worse off from when you started. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be injured. You risk so much. Please don't do it. And lastly, number 5, sleep is essential. Please try and make sure you're sleeping at least 7 hours a night. If you can get more in, great. If you can even fit in a nap or a power nap in the middle of the day, if you're able to, please try and do that also. Like, rest is so important. It's gonna help you be able to continue doing your lifts at maximum efficiency. And I would also say, while you're not training throughout the day, please try and take it easy. Don't need to push yourself too hard. Reserve your energy, eat what you can, and keep going. We go hard every day, we go harder every day. But please, there are limitations. We're not actually Saiyans. So with that said, that's the plan. 12 workouts within 6 days, 24,000 calories, 3 days rest, and then we go all over again. If you decide to participate in this training arc, please let me know. Feel free to follow me on my other socials. I'm Otaku_gains with a Z at the end on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you film your workouts, be sure to tag me because I want to see you guys killing the game also to get these anime gains. I'll finish this with will I be able to conquer this regime or will this regime conquer me?
Find out on the next episode of OG.
What the